together, we can get this done.
President-elect Joe Biden releases his plan to combat COVID-19 and the economic impact of the pandemic. The state of Missouri moves to the next step of its vaccination distribution plan. We'll look at what that means for you.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
President-elect Joe Biden unveils a coronavirus and economic relief plan valued at about $1.9 trillion. The proposal would provide hundreds of billions to speed up vaccine distribution and testing, as well as provide money for millions of financially struggling Americans. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
With close to 400,000 coronavirus deaths in the U.S., President-elect Joe Biden unveiled his rescue and recovery plan in the war against the pandemic.
The emptiness felt by the loss of life is compounded by the loss of our way of life.
The president-elect is proposing spending some $400 billion to vaccinate Americans faster and reopen schools, among other initiatives.
Tomorrow, I will lay out our vaccination plan to correct course and meet our goal of 100 million shots at the end of my first 100 days as president. This will be one of the most challenging operational efforts we have ever undertaken as a nation.
The president-elect called the $1 trillion bipartisan relief bill Congress passed in December a, quote, very important first step.
But I said at the time, it's just a down payment. We need more action, more bipartisanship.
His new proposal includes more help for struggling Americans, including $2,000 stimulus checks and aid to small businesses and local governments.
$2,000 is going to go a long way to ease that pain. During this pandemic, millions of Americans, through no fault of their own, have lost the dignity and respect that comes with a job and a paycheck.
The president-elect also said he plans to take action to extend nationwide restrictions on home evictions. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
A large part of the president-elect's overall proposal is billions of dollars aimed at building up the nation's manufacturing sector, including clean energy projects. Missouri officials announced the state is moving into the next step of Phase 1 COVID vaccine distribution. The announcement came this afternoon at a media briefing on the state's plans. The new step takes effect today and includes first responders and people in emergency services and public health infrastructure, such as emergency management and public works. Local health officials say they're just waiting on vaccine shipments so they can begin distribution.
There's going to be a lot of providers, multiple providers, pharmacies, hospitals, others that are going to have the vaccine. So once we get the supply of vaccine, there's going to be ample personnel to deliver those, because it will not just be a health department activity. It's going to be others in the community as well.
To get the latest on your state's COVID-19 vaccine distribution plan, just head over to our website. There you'll find state distribution plans for Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. You can also find a digital map showing the latest vaccination rate in your state. Again, that's on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. You can find those same resources through the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The state school superintendent is among Oklahoma educators who oppose Governor Kevin Stitt's waiver of a mandatory quarantine for some public school students, teachers, and staff who are exposed to the coronavirus. Under the waiver, if the exposed person shows no symptoms and attends a school where masks are required, no quarantine is necessary. A spokeswoman for State School Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister said yesterday that Hoffmeister did not know about Stitt's waiver plan. In a statement, Hoffmeister said, quote, "The ramifications of the pandemic on education have been challenging and severe. While this option underscores the need for mask requirements in school, I cannot, in good conscience, support ignoring quarantine guidelines from the CDC." A Stitt spokesman says the governor stands by the plan. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly has outlined a proposed annual budget that includes a tax increase and 2 other major initiatives. Kelly yesterday outlined a $20.9 billion spending plan for the budget year that begins July 1st. Among other things, it would protect a previously promised increase in spending on public schools. But the governor also proposed expanding Medicaid and cutting the state's annual contribution to pensions for teachers and government workers. Kelly also wants to impose the state sales tax on online music and movie purchases. Republicans criticized that idea last year. Checking in with Doug Heady now for a first look at the weather. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Dow. It turned out to be okay for us today. We did have some random showers out there during the morning hours, but by the afternoon, a little bit of sunshine. We did go up to about 51 for an afternoon high. Any clouds, any rain are pretty much out of here, but we will start to see the clouds thickening back up later on tonight as the main system, which is up across western parts of Iowa, kind of starts to sink toward the south. And this is going to give us some light snow showers as we work into the daytime hours tomorrow. Kind of cold. Most of us mid to upper 30s to near 40 in our western counties, and it's not as windy as it was earlier, but the winds are really going to start to crank up later on tonight and then into tomorrow again as we have winds gusting probably in that 40 to 45 mile per hour range. Clouds thicken tonight. We drop back near freezing, but you can see light snow starting to work in for us by tomorrow morning, late morning. And of course, we're going to break down this forecast for you here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you then. Thanks, Doug. Jasper County authorities are investigating a Sarcoxie, Missouri homicide and need your help tracking down a vehicle. Police say yesterday they were called to a home on High Street in Sarcoxie, and that's where they found the body of Becky Sanders, a 46-year-old from Sarcoxie. They're trying to find this car, a 2015 Subaru Legacy, plate number VB1Y0E. They believe the car was stolen from the house where Sanders' body was found. Authorities are searching for a person of interest in an Arcadia, Kansas death investigation. He's 37-year-old Nicholas Adam Carrillo. Investigators say he was last seen a little before midnight last night wearing a sleeveless white t-shirt and black sweatpants. They say Carrillo was on foot leaving the area of 111 South Kansas in Arcadia. That's where the KBI and the Crawford County Sheriff's Office are investigating a man's death. Investigators aren't saying much more, but Sheriff Danny Smith tells us it is pressing for them to find Carrillo. Still ahead on KOAM News at 10, fighting the fog.
This is pretty much like an everyday complaint.
We'll tell you how you can continue to help stop the spread of COVID-19 while stopping the spread of condensation on your eyewear. And
natural hemp in Joplin has been able to stay strong during the pandemic. They say a big reason for that is a strong partnership with a local grower. Details are coming up.
Local Farm has seen success during its first year in the hemp and CBD business, even though that year coincided with the pandemic. KOAM's Mike Mahoney spoke to the farmer and a shop that carries his farm's products to learn more.
Cody Claflin and his wife and family are currently recovering from the coronavirus, but they still think 2020 hasn't been that bad. That's because they've seen success with their business, Farmhouse Extracts, and their hemp and CBD products that are finding their way onto local shelves.
I just started going door to door and I was going, guys, there's this much CBD in Joplin. There's no reason that we can't supply a big part of it whenever we're 45 minutes down the road. And so that's really what kind of started pushing that.
Cody says getting into an established hemp market wasn't easy, but he was up for competing against out-of-state products and found local suppliers like Natural Hemp in Joplin were looking to buy local.
Being able to find that it really is just close in our backyard, it's way convenient.
Laren and Robert Brooks sell hemp and CBD products from Farmhouse Extracts and say those sales have not only helped their business, but also their customers during a stressful year.
We also see a lot of people who say that they are lacking sleep because they are so stressed, and the pandemic has kept their kids home and then from being able to go to work. And so it's getting them out of their routine, and so they're losing that patience, that melatonin in their body, and so they are coming here to seek the help that CBD hemp provides.
Both the Natural Hemp Joplin and Farmhouse Extracts teams are confident that if they can survive 2020, they can definitely succeed in 2021, and believe an appreciation of local hemp will play a big part in that. I'm Mike Mahoney for KOAM News.
Farmhouse Extracts is in Sheldon, Missouri. Missouri residents can get a free test for COVID-19 tomorrow in Joplin. The testing is going to be at Access Family Care on South Maiden Lane from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. The only requirement to get tested free of charge is you do have to be a Missouri resident. Your stimulus check should be in the mail by tomorrow if it isn't already. The IRS has a Friday deadline to send out the economic relief payments that Congress approved at the end of last year. The agency says eligible individuals who don't automatically receive theirs will be able to claim the funds when they file their 2020 tax return. Dollar General is encouraging employees to get the COVID-19 vaccine by offering extra cash. The retailer is giving workers 4 hours of regular pay for getting a coronavirus shot. Dollar General, which has 157,000 employees, is among the first large U.S. employers to offer an incentive for staff to be vaccinated. The state of Texas says it's administered 1 million COVID-19 vaccines. First state in the U.S. to reach that milestone. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention verified the data today. Officials say it comes exactly 1 month after the first doses arrived at facilities in that state. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says there's still a long road ahead. This week, a Texas organization told CNN 10% of rural hospitals have yet to receive a single COVID-19 vaccine dose. You've been told that wearing a mask is one of the best ways to slow the spread of COVID-19, but if you're one of the millions of Americans who wear glasses or you protect your eyes with sunglasses, well, your mask might be fogging your eyewear. Mandy Gaither has ways to fight that fog.
You're wearing your mask, trying to do your part to slow the spread of COVID-19, but you may be doing it in a fog.
This is pretty much like an everyday complaint.
Stephanie Pisano, an optometrist at Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center, says fighting the fog starts with your mask. Make sure yours has a tight seal over the nose and fits properly. This can trap air and keep it from moving up toward your eyewear. You can also use tape to hold that seal.
You just want to make sure that you use either a medical grade tape or a skin bandage that is safe to use on your skin that's not going to irritate your skin.
If that doesn't work, turn to tissues.
You'll put the tissue in place first, and then you'll just place your mask right over top of it.
Also, make sure your glasses or sunglasses fit properly. While Pisano says some at-home anti-fog remedies may hurt lenses, there's one that's okay.
To use plain dish soap, dish soap that doesn't have any fragrance or oils in it, and wash your lenses under warm soapy water. And then you rinse the lenses off and you let them air dry.
Some anti-fogging products may also work, but it's best to check with your doctor before using them.
Everyone's glasses have different coatings, different lenses, different plastic types, and some things are going to work and some things aren't.
A few simple steps to a fogless future. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Some great tips there. If your eyes are healthy enough, another solution would be to talk to your doctor about contact lenses. Doug Hetty is up next with his Chiefs game day forecast. And later, the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons look for some revenge in the second annual Crosstown Throwdown.
Well, it turned out to be not as nice of a day as what we saw on Wednesday, but still, at least temperatures weren't that bad for us during the afternoon hours. Had some random showers during the morning and then some sunshine during the afternoon. It was very windy. The winds have calmed down just a bit, but they're going to get cranking up once again as we head into Friday. 38 right now. We have west-southwest winds at about 15. Humidity is low at 38%. And most of us around the metro are sitting 38 to about 39 degrees, and we'll drop back through the 30s throughout the overnight hours tonight. Still a couple of 40s out there. Parsons 41, and Neodesha Independence is sitting at 42 degrees. And the winds very strong for us today, but they have diminished a bit, at least over the past couple hours, but they're going to start to pick back up late tonight into the morning hours tomorrow as this storm system kind of rotates on by. We just saw the front half today. Any showers that we had out there earlier, these are all gone. However, the backside of the system, you can see the big twist right across Iowa. And look at the strong winds behind it through the Rockies all the way down into the southern plains. These are the upper level winds, but they pretty much match it at the surface. So we're going to get very strong winds as this system kind of rotates through during the overnight hours tonight. But with it, you can see the snow picking up eastern parts of Nebraska into western parts of Iowa, and eventually that's going to rotate south toward us late tonight into tomorrow morning. As of right now, though, we are fine. Clouds start to thicken up. Here's 5:30 in the morning. You can see some light snow showers and flurries in our northern counties, kind of increasing through the morning hours. If you live in Pittsburg or Joplin or through the metro, most of us are going to be dry through the morning, but by the afternoon, we'll start to get these light snow showers. They are going to be kind of hit and miss and a little bit more intensified on the Missouri side. And then these light snow showers stick around all the way into the evening hours, and then they'll start to taper off. Temperatures aren't going to warm up much. 31 to start, 34 by noon. High temp right around 35 degrees. Any snow showers we do have will rotate out of here tomorrow night. We'll get partly sunny skies back by the time we head into Saturday. It's just going to be kind of chilly with high temps only near 40. All right, snowfall accumulation. If you live west of Yates Center, Chanute, Parsons to about Grand Lake, so those southwestern counties, you'll probably just get a few flurries. Now, most of us, though, will get some accumulation. Plus, with the winds, it's just going to be blowing sideways, but a dusting upwards to an inch. I think closer to an inch on the Missouri side. And then Nevada, Stockton, over toward Lockwood, that's where you're going to be in that 1 to 2 inch category. Also, look at the winds. Here are the wind gusts by morning, 25 to 30, and then cranking up right around 40 to 45 miles per hour during the afternoon. So super windy. This system moves out by Saturday, and then by Sunday, we have another weak wave that is going to rotate in. If you're heading north, heading to the Chiefs game, it's going to be cold. You can see kickoff 2:05, 38, and then by about halftime, 39, 36 by the end of the game. But we could get some snow showers during the game. They would most likely be light, but something we'll have to watch as we head into the next couple days. 35 tomorrow, 41 Saturday, 42 on Sunday, some light rain and snow showers late, and then we warm up a bit with rain chances by Tuesday.
It's good to get an Arrowhead weather forecast. We'll look for maybe a score forecast tomorrow.
We can do that.
All right.
I'll do a prediction.
Giving you some notice. Let's work
All
on
righty.
it. Thanks. Coming up in sports, Pitt State women aim to push their winning streak to 6 games against Emporia State. Plus, Pittsburg and Frontenac square off in the crosstown throwdown. Sports Director Jacob Leonard joins us with details next.
Well, tonight is Crosstown Throwdown Part 2 for Frontenac and Pittsburg Wrestling. And the first installment of the rivalry duo last year, it was Frontenac taking home the trophy 50-24. Now, the Raiders ranked 5th in the state in Class 4A. Pittsburgh trying to even up the series today. First match of the night, Christian Stover gets it started for Pittsburgh, winning by fall over Alex Williams. At 220 pounds, Pittsburgh's Austin Jasso, 44 seconds into this one, wins by fall over Brady Withnell. Huge start for the Dragons, and they're not done. Emiliano Cruz, 106 pounds. Now, it took him 5.5 minutes, but he does finish it, winning by pin. Next match, 113 pounds, Cruz Lopez wins by fall over Bergen Souter, a little more than 1.5 minutes in. Now, Frontenac didn't just lay down tonight. Peyton Wilderman here, about 1.5 minutes into this one, at 132 pounds, gets a pin against Jonathan Howard. Benny Adar would back that one up with a second period pin over Alex Alvarado. Not going to be enough, though. It is Pittsburgh evening up the rivalry series, winning 48-24.
It's a friendly rivalry, man. I like these guys. Frontenac's a great team. They got a great coach. They took it to us last year, and so we came back here to return the favor. We're making progress every year, and I'm glad to see some of our hard work pay off.
The Pittsburgh State women are on a 5-game winning streak. The last time out, they beat Missouri Southern by 3 to get to 6-3 on the year. Tonight, the Gorillas try to stay rolling on the road against Emporia State. Now, ESU, also hot right now, entering the night on a 4-game winning streak. In the first, Treasure Joba knocks down the 3 to give the Hornets the early lead. They were up 6 after 1, but turnovers started to get the Hornets in the second. Kaylee Demitz with the steal here for the Gorillas. Layup in transition. Pitt State now up 1. Sydney Crane gets in on defensive action. This leads to another transition lay-in. Make it 6 in a row. Gorillas, nice road win tonight. They take down Emporia State 69-64. To the men's side now, Gorillas aim for back-to-back wins after topping Southern last weekend. In the first half, Bobby Arthur Williams steals the pass, lays it in on the other side. Gorillas up 5-0. Then it's Quentin Hardrick Jr. Going with the reverse, Pitt State has the first 7 points of the night. Emporia, though, comes storming back. Jamari Turner, pull up and the foul. Game tied at 19. Austin Downing, 3 for the Hornets here. This one stayed tight all night, but Emporia State closes it out at home to win 75-72. The Missouri Southern Lions are on the road tonight facing the Washburn Ichabods. Now, the Southern women snapped a 4-game winning streak last weekend, falling on the road to Pitt State. The Lions try to get back on track tonight against Washburn. Now, Moso actually led at half, but they drop a tight one, 56-49. On the men's side, Southern facing the 8th-ranked team in the country. Cam Martin scored 26 for the Lions. Washburn, though, runs away with it tonight, 99-58. That's a look at sports. We're back with more news right after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran specialist, Anthony Kickler. The Pittsburg native served in the U.S. Army, and we are proud to salute Specialist Anthony Kickler. He's tonight's four-state hero. Dr. Maya Angelou is the latest addition to Barbie's The Inspiring Women collection. The Angelou doll has a head wrap and a floral printed dress. Barbie says the women of the series were risk takers who challenged rules and paved the way for girls to dream bigger than ever before. Let's quickly check back with Doug Heddy for a final look at the weather. You have about 10 seconds, buddy.
All right, Dal. Clouds are going to increase for us tonight. We're going to get some light snow showers tomorrow. Not a lot, but most of us are dusting to an inch.
We'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, let's take care of ourselves and each other.